Melissa Peters, escorting her son to school in her Dodge Challenger hatchback, has her morning mindlessly ruined by one of the dumbest criminals in history. Hello everyone, it's me, Mr. Birdies, and today we're looking into a shockingly stupid criminal that managed to plan so poorly that he only got a few yards away with the loot and got apprehended minutes later. Let's look into it. Meet Mngana Mngana. A teenager growing up in Omaha, Nebraska, and has a laughable history of ridiculous crimes. Facing 3 counts of suspected robbery, he's just been let out of jail on bail. In the past, he's held up corner stores with knives and got caught almost immediately. You know someone's big and bad when they have the balls to randomly commit petty, profitless crimes and completely fail to cover up their tracks. The crimes are caught on CCTV footage, and he made no attempt to conceal his identity. He definitely watches too much SpongeBob Gangster edits. I'd said that he's better off putting all of his effort into getting a job, but there clearly wasn't very much effort to begin with. Mr. Mngana, fearing police apprehension, went to the extreme. In order to escape years behind bars, all he needed to do was disappear. But how was he going to do that? He needed distance, so he needed a car. A bike jack, Uber, train, bus, or any other easy way to escape wouldn't be nearly as cool as a badass getaway in a stolen car. Without much consideration, he grabbed a gun and headed to the streets early in the morning. Of course, he was about to steal a car from a driver in the morning in a neighborhood packed with potential witnesses. He's played Grand Theft Auto 5 and he knows what he's doing. He dashes up to Melissa Peters' car and sticks his gun in her face without saying a word. She screams and exits the car, fearing for her and her young boy's life. They exit the vehicle without hesitation, shivering with fear as the big bad Mr. Mngana enters the driver's seat. To his surprise, the car did not have a PlayStation 4 controller in the driver's seat. He was a manual car with a stick shift. How did this big old machine work? He never learned how to drive or stick shift in Gran Turismo 6. He fidgets with the buttons lining the dashboard, pulling levers and trying to figure out how to get this gorgeous hunk of metal to move. Nothing worked. He sat there in front of Peter's family, playing with his double felony vehicle like an oddly satisfying TikTok video. The police grew nearer and the pressure was on. One of these buttons has to be a joystick. He was too badass not to get away with this. As he heard sirens from a nearby block, he exited the car, adrenaline rushing through his nervous hands. His legs carried him to a backyard where he hid the evidence for the crime. Innocent until proven guilty, right? If he doesn't have the gun on him, he clearly didn't do anything wrong, duh. He ran and ran, heart pounding, metal music blasting in his head on repeat, and he got tackled and apprehended 2 blocks away. Now, when I think Dodge Challenger, I think of this sexy thing. But let's look at the ghetto-ass car Mr. Mngana targeted. Think about it, y'all. This man made a conscious effort to steal a, at most, $10,000 car in broad daylight at gunpoint. He must really love Dodge Challenger hatchbacks or watch too many Lil Nas X music videos and love the idea of being surrounded by big, muscular, black...